Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Say something, just anything.
Happy Vlogmas. You know, I always think my hands are clean, and then I
You touch
something
tape.
sticky and see my fingerprints and just get grossed out. Action. Alright, y'all. Welcome to the first day of Vlogmas. But the reason we're starting with this video today...
I'm gonna grab my coffee real quick. You keep going.
I don't know about y'all, but I personally am a terrible gift giver. I don't think of good gifts.
That's a lot.
But the thing is,
you think of them in the most randomest times.
Yeah, they're not. It's not relevant. Your birthday could be like 9 months from now, but I see a gift, it speaks to me that it's for you, and then I'm that person that I can't save the secret for that long, so I have to give it to you when I get the gift. Every fucking time. But yeah, so the reason we're starting with today, we're gonna wrap a gift for our best friend because she's coming over today, and it's also an advent calendar. Let me show y'all. She's gonna open this.
Not just any advent calendar.
So she's a Jeep girly.
Yeah.
She has a Wrangler, and she's really obsessed with the ducks. She has all kinds of funny ones. We found a duck advent calendar on the TikTok. For $4, this was $4. This is probably going to be the most satisfying $4 I ever spent.
Dude, she's gonna be so excited.
Oh yeah.
I just want to see what the ducks look like because they're all Christmas themed.
Yeah, they are all Christmas themed. And it only shows you a couple on the box. The other ones are mystery ones. But we call her Samantha. You've probably seen her before. She has the black and the yellow hair in our San Francisco vlogs. She's been in another one.
She's been in a few vlogs now, so
Yeah,
you guys have definitely seen her.
But
so we have those, and then we have Tegan's, which is our niece.
Yeah.
So
she's gonna be. This is her. Her and I have the unfortunate pleasure of having Christmas birthdays. Mine is 3 days before Christmas, and hers is 4 days after. So we're not exactly. She's gonna be 14, and I'm gonna be 29. So you know, we're 15 years and 1 week apart. But she is the easiest person to shop for because she's just a girl.
She's just a girl.
Just a girl in the girliest Sabrina Carpenter pink glittery pop star sense.
Yeah.
She's the easiest person to shop for. And all of this stuff we got probably like 2 months ago, a month ago, and it's been sitting in the closet.
Again, Shelby thinks of like the best gifts in the most randomest time. She's like, oh, this is all perfect for Tegan. So
yeah,
it's been sitting in our closet for a month and
the whole we got this because we had stopped to charge the Tesla on the way back from Washington, and we read some. Yeah, that's what it was. It was at that random little shopping mall, and we wanted to walk around.
Yeah.
We weren't even gonna get anything. We were just trying to walk around, so we weren't sitting in the car because we'd already been in the car for like 10 hours.
I think we had actually just watched She's the Man too.
Oh yeah, we were coding to anthropology.
That's when we went into anthropology.
If you don't know what we're talking about, fail, no pass. If you do know what we're talking about, besties. But also, do you think it's copyright if we insert that little clip? Either way, if you know, you know, I guess. Yeah, so we went to anthropology.
Literally just got a bunch of stuff that
odds and ends.
What?
Oddball stuff for Tegan.
Oh.
But I'm going to wrap it right now while we chat, but it's going to be blurred out because there is a possibility that she either watches this video or my parents are watching this video or my brother, one of them. They all live in the same household. Somebody else is watching this video and she would see all of her gifts. So we're going to wrap it and talk about it, but we'll blur it out, and then after her birthday and Christmas, we'll show what we gave her. But for Sam's, we're going to wrap it right now, and she's going to come over in a couple hours and open it so that she can start off December with her duck advent calendar.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact, me and my brother are 10 years, 21 days, 3 hours, and 18 minutes apart, and I have had that memorized since I was 5 years old.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Wow. Just the girl.
Do you want to wrap the square box, or do you want to wrap all the funky stuff?
Dude, I've been wrapping gifts since I was 8. I don't care.
Any favorite Christmas traditions? Or holiday traditions, I guess?
holiday food. I love holiday food. I don't know. I really didn't care for the quote unquote Christmas traditions. I just like the fact that like that was the time of year that family always got together. There was like at least a weekly gathering of some sort with an assortment of food. Got to see everybody. Yeah, pretty much. I care. I was more for the company rather than the holiday.
Okay.
How about you?
Every year I don't know if they're technically my godparents, but my parents like best friends. They're a couple, and they would run this like food drive every year the weekend before Christmas. And it was something I always looked forward to because like Christmas I didn't really look forward to. We were broke, we didn't have money, I didn't really get gifts. I did, but like it was just very heavy season, to say the least. Which is why I'm trying to now reprogram what the holidays are to me. Because it was a very different experience growing up.
Yeah.
But the one thing I'm really grateful that I had the experience for, and I think has shaped me as a person in a lot of ways. My parents' friends ran this, it's called the Goodfellows. They still do it every single year. But it's always the Saturday before Christmas. People, you have to like qualify, it's like based on financial need and like household size and stuff like that. But because it's all like approved by my Aunt Dee Dee and her committee for it, it's a lot different than like the government handout type things. Because they set their own like financial baseline, or like they take into consideration like, oh, these people make this much money but they have X amount of kids, or like their parents, or like they're taking care of other, you know, people that are outside of their actual like family, you know, whatever the case may be. But the Goodfellows, everybody would collect food, and like my school district had 6 elementary schools. And there would always be, I always would get excited around Thanksgiving in November. It was actually whenever they would host the Michigan-Ohio game, they would put boxes for food drop-off in the schools, that one was for Michigan, one was for Ohio State, and you would put your cans or your food in whatever box that like you supported the team. But I always knew as soon as those boxes came out that all that food was going to the Goodfellows. That's what it was for.
Oh, nice.
And so to see at my school like these overflowing bins full of food, I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna feed so many people, like so many people. And my Uncle Chris had, funny his name's also Chris, but he I don't know if it was like a deal or like a partnership, but every year with like the local grocery stores too, he would get milk, eggs, bread, a ham or turkey, and some other kind of meat. So they would have fresh stuff, not just like canned goods. And like we took all and any donation. So people would like leave blenders, leave like plates, like everything. And then there was also a toy drive. And my job every year with my Aunt Dee Dee, people would come through the gymnasium that we had it in to pick up their food, and there would be like 2 or 3 boxes high just full of food. And it was, I don't know why the process just sticks out of my head. Like people would come in, they would check in, and then they'd be like, oh, okay. And it was like based on color. So like the larger families got more boxes, and like so on and so forth. But each row then was a color, and there was somebody waiting at the end with dollies. And it would be my mom or my Aunt Dee Dee or whoever else. They started to get a lot of people that would do it, but they would just yell out the color and hand the color. And if they had toys, they would hand the toy slip to me, and I would go run and find their name of like the hundreds of like bags of toys that were sitting there.
Oh, that's nice.
And then you would like walk them around the edge of the gymnasium, and they would meet the person who had their dolly full of food, and then I would come with their toys if they had them, and then there was another person waiting outside that would fill up a cooler box full of the eggs, the milk, the bread, and they would load it all into their car for them. Wow. And like it was just the people were so, and part of me thinks that's why I like enjoyed or like love the thought of nursing so much, because like we cared for people in that sense, in the ways that nursing is a very thankless job, like we've talked about. That was never that way. Everybody was always so kind, everybody was always so grateful, and it was like we always took a box like if there's food left over, but because we were all so poor, but it put into perspective that like things could be worse, I guess, and I'm glad that they're not. But it made me feel better too, knowing that like even if I didn't get anything for Christmas or I didn't get what I wanted, or like my parents didn't spend a lot of money, my parents still always tried to give me stuff that I needed. And there's other kids out there that I knew that they needed those toys from us. So that was always a special tradition for me. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little gap because I cut it a little too short, but it's fine. Yeah, for when Dara was born, I was at a volleyball tournament. On the way there, when we heard that their mom was in labor at the time, I started bawling on the way there because I thought I was gonna miss it. So the very first picture of me holding Darren in the hospital, my hair's a frizz ball, and I'm sweating, and in my like pre-game t-shirt, and just holding him, and you can see how beat red my face is from mine. Okay, so what else we got?
See, but I guess one tradition that I do want to incorporate in our family is like for every holiday, no matter what, we do something that's charity. We either go to the soup kitchen or get food bank, or I even like I do want to find another orphanage, like whenever we do have a family, like adopted family kind of thing. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah.
But
My church growing up did Angel Tree too.
yeah, and so like for us in the biker community, we would do the orphanage. So we would have like an orphanage that we would all sponsor, and the kids would send in like stuff that they need, like for school or whatever. But then they would also send them like their wish list for Christmas. And so the whole biker community would come together and say, hey, this is orphanage. These are the kids. You know, X kid wants a backpack and a pencil box and then an action figure, and we would do what we can to get that together, and then we would all ride to the orphanage, and then like just to see the kids opening a backpack and the excitement on their face, I was like, wow, like it was a very humbling moment for me. So I do want to have our kids experience that too, so they don't grow up, being ungrateful, and they know they could always be worse, But at the same time, knowing that when you are overflowing, that you can provide for someone else that isn't.
Yeah.
So that is one thing.
Abundance is an energy for sure.
Exactly, but for our family, but I really wanna. I always like Christmas lights. I love seeing the Christmas lights and the decorations, even though I don't really care for Christmas itself, like the holiday. I just again the energy that the people come together, and it's such a welcoming energy. Go see some Christmas lights together and sip some hot chocolate.
That was my birthday tradition. We would go to the Toledo Zoo, which Toledo don't have much going for it, but the Toledo Zoo, #1 in the country for like 4 or 5 years.
She's still been hyping it up to me, and we haven't got so.
Okay, well next winter, we'll go. Right. Especially when it's snowing. Right. You're gonna get the full experience. But the Toledo Zoo, every year they do.
You better bundle me up.
Yeah, I will.
Texas boy don't do cold.
I'm gonna make you look like the marshmallow tough man.
Down. As long as I'm nice and toasty.
The lights at the zoo, they start after Halloween, and that was my birthday tradition. Like most of the time, like when I was young too, it'd be like aunts, uncles, everybody would go. But even in, like through high school and stuff, it was always at least me and my parents, bare minimum. But then usually bringing the kids too.
Yeah.
It's fun. You can spend. Our zoo is huge. Like you can spend hours there, and the entire thing is just floor to fucking sky, covered in Christmas lights. Mm. That's why like we go places now that are like Christmas lights, like what do you want to call it? Like displays. I'm not gonna lie, for California and how over the top they are, I've been a little underwhelmed.
I don't see a lot happening during Christmas.
But
no, I remember during Christmas time back home, oddly enough, so there was this is an insurance company called Fred Lloyd Insurance, and there's the Fred Lloyd house. If you're from El Paso, you know the Fred Lloyd house, and during Christmas how like over the top decorated it is. But even so, in that neighborhood of Fred Lloyd's house, like I want to say maybe the next like 2 or 3 neighborhoods just decorated. Like people would just drive.
People are like,
yeah, dude, you would
we'll
just
match the energy.
Yeah, heck yeah, I did. But Fred Lloyd's house was like this super nice like mansion, if you want to call it that, and then just decorated with Christmas lights, and then like all the house, they were like, oh, we'll match the energy. Mm-hmm. But they would always have like hot chocolate, so they have live music and stuff. So that was like a Christmas experience that we had in El Paso.
That's cool.
And then there's like the Wells Fargo building in El Paso, in downtown El Paso, because for the holidays it has some kind of like display on the side of the building. Like for Christmas they have the Christmas tree like displayed with LEDs on the side. For 4th of July or whatever, they have like the flags, whatever other holidays, you know.
I took you over that bridge in Toledo that has the light straight through it when we went to Cedar
Oh,
Point.
yeah.
I've also been inside that bridge while it was being built.
What a sketchy drive to Cedar Point though. I'm not gonna lie.
The back roads?
The back roads, driving over the water on that little road. That's scary.
Hey, you thought driving over that little patch of road and how we landed in San Francisco was sketchy? In Hawaii, it's literally 4 landing strips, all like miles out into the water. I thought the plane was crashing. 100% thought the plane was crashing, landing in the water. Gonna actually get to use one of those rafts.
I'm not gonna look out the window when we go to Hawaii.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna be asleep with my blindfold on.
I'm just
And
gonna
my
take
beanie
you
over.
look way that way. Look at the little. I'll say one of the traditions that I would like to start with our family is I don't really want to even do gifts. To be honest with you, I want to start taking like trips.
Yeah, I want to do a proper holiday. Like
Yeah.
when people from other countries are like, oh, we're going on holiday. That's what we're doing. I'm definitely down for that because I don't think I'm a materialistic person to begin with. I've always preferred an experience over like an item. Unless it's something I really want, but even then I would just rather go buy it for myself at that point. Like I don't really.
I'm too impatient.
I'm too impatient. I don't care to wait. Like if you surprise me with something, I'm very grateful and appreciative of it, but I don't expect it. I would just rather you be like, hey, I bought you tickets to this festival, or hey, we're gonna go to this museum, you know, just because. Like, oh, definitely not for that. The
Price
prices.
sticker.
Yeah. So I'm all about experiences.
You know how serious my mom and I took wrapping gift stuff?
Mm.
We had the little straight scissors thing. We just roll on the wrapping paper.
Oh yeah, same. I had the little rolling thing to cut the paper. I had the tape that you would put like over your knuckles so you can just pull it.
Yeah, that too.
I had that. I had a bag of cutting it out. I had a bag of ribbons. I had the name.
That was one thing we never did with ribbons.
I did ribbons. I did.
Yeah, we had the names.
Not ribbons like tying ribbons. Just like a bow.
Bows.
A bow. Yeah, just like the stick-on bows with the name little thing. Yeah, I go all out with wrapping papers.
I don't think we did.
Wrapping gifts.
I don't even think we did those that often either.
I did. I was extra. I got into it.
Like I said, Tegan will have fun with these. The best part about Darren's is that I'm gonna order it online and have it shipped
Yeah, that was gonna be
straight
real
to
easy.
my parents' house.
We don't have to wrap it. Well,
So
actually,
my brother or my mother can wrap it. Thank you.
no, then doesn't.
Oh, I think they can do gift wrapping.
Yeah, you can wrap it. Gift wrapping option.
Shout out Amazon.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm gonna be easy. Cause these are done.
Yeah.
Sam's is done, which she'll be here in like an hour or so, ish. And then we're gonna just hang out.
We're gonna take Sam to Coco's for the first time. So I had to give it to you before Christmas. Dude! Just gonna have 25 fucking little